and welcome to Let's Sip and Talk with Freema. Sorry about that. First and foremost, it's Friday and I'm ready to swing, pick up my girls, and I don't know the rest. Anywho, y'all, it's Friday weekend. You should be feeling good. You should have dinner cooked by now. You should be sipping on something good in your Let's Sip and Talk with Freema cup. You know what I mean? So remember, the Cash App is Let's Sip and Talk. For the ones that did donate, I do appreciate it. Shout out to all you guys. Your cups and pens will be coming soon. I really appreciate it. Because guess what? I plan on studio one day permanently. I plan on having a studio audience, even if it takes me a while to get there. But that's the goal, and I thank you guys for supporting me. So I really do appreciate that. And y'all know my greedy self. I always ask, what did you cook today? Like in a gravy, so it's not, man, you got some hamburger meat or some patties that's already done and cooked it. No, I cooked hamburger patties. This with the gravy, you know, the ground beef, put a little onion and season it and all that good stuff, fry it, then put it into some gravy. That is, so that's what I cooked tonight. Again, to me, that was something quick. I don't ever do anything that's I leave that up to April. I don't ever do anything that's like a major, you know.
I cooked tilapia, mashed potatoes, and broccoli with cheese.
She cooked mashed potatoes, broccoli and cheese, and bacon. Like, come on, it's Friday. You did work today, people. Hey, Melvin, how you doing today? So today, we're talking about pillow talk, and I would send $5 to the first person, or to the correct person, and I give you until, what time is it, Stacey?
It is 8:02.
It's 8:02. I give you until 8:05 to tell me what you think pillow talk is. What do you think I'm talking about? Like, y'all, if y'all a fan, you know, y'all watch me, you can't answer. If y'all been watching me, y'all kind of know my train of thought by now. What do y'all think I'm talking about when I say pillow talk? I'll cash out you $5. It's not a lot, but hey, I'm just starting out myself. So, if you guys can kind of tell me what you think I'm speaking of when I say pillow talk, I'll cash out you $5. You probably have to put the tax to it if you're getting lunch or something. And we'll go from there. Any takers before I reveal?
Can I?
Melvin said, I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. And yourself? I feel rather good today, Melvin. I did some yard work yesterday. I pushed the mower. Am I saying it right? I said mower. The lawnmower, or whatever. Because it helps me exercise, you know. So, I did that. Demetria said, talking to your significant other. You have to be a little more clear when you say that, Demetria. What do you mean, during a long time? I mean, yes, in a sense, I am speaking of that. But that's not, April said, telling your other half the tea. Okay. Talking sexy talk. Talking that sexy talk. That's what Gregory said. Melvin said pillow talk. Talking to your male about other people's business. Demetria, I'm going to have to give it to Melvin. Melvin, send me your Cash App. Demetria, I know you're on the right path, but I needed specifics. April didn't count because she was absolutely correct too. Giving that tea. Too late, Demetria. Melvin got you. Melvin, send me that Cash App so I can cash out you $5 for some lunch. You just have to add the tax to it. So yes, people. Pillow talking is when you're talking to your other half about people's business. Do y'all not understand, male or female, and hopefully they don't do this, but 9 times out of 10, if it's something good, they're going to spill the beans. You get what I'm saying? They may not feel like, you know, they're harming anything, you know, hey, he's not going to tell it, I'm going to go ahead and tell him. But believe me, that will start a lot of conflict. Y'all, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher when I was little. So that came out of me. Let me get out of this mode, okay? I'm not a teacher right now, y'all. Shut up. Okay, so that will cause a lot of conflict. Stacy, can you copy his thing? Can you copy it from your phone? Okay. So the thing is, like for an example, and just my personal thing, that's a lie, Gregory. He said mostly females.
No, that's a lie.
That's
most
not true.
Most of the time, it's the males telling. The females
well,
don't
you
go
won
back.
Tonight, Melvin. We'll send that to you as soon as the show's over.
The females don't go back and tell. Most of the time, it be the men that start the confusion because they go back and tell.
And because they think it's like, oh, my boy ain't gonna tell it. You know, y'all gossip. Why is Mimi doing this? Every Friday. You notice that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you don't mind. But they go back and tell the business. You get what I'm saying? Your woman can feel like, John, let me tell you what happened with April and such and such. You get what I'm saying? She went out there and did blah, 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 blah. John thinking like, man, I'm sweet. I don't want to hear that. But he's listening. Trust and believe he's listening. And guess what? When he get up and go to that barber shop, or his homeboy call, hey, ride with me, I need to go to town, shirt or something like that. Man, why my old lady woke me up out my sleep last night talking about her cousin was such and such and this boy down the street and her man didn't know. Like, why is she telling me this? And guess what that friend is doing? Listening. The same way you listened and took back to him and took it to somebody else. And now you just start a whole bunch of confusion. Or a whole nother thing. That's why I don't allow, and I'm going to say allow because I feel it's my choice. If I'm in a relationship with a guy, I don't want my friend to date his friend. I don't think it's a good idea. Because I feel like either what me and you discuss, he may get whiff of it. Not saying you pillow talk friends, but you just never know. He might be there, I might be on speakerphone, you talking, I'm talking, and now you telling stuff. Or maybe he just happened to be around when something happened. You know, how you know I'm not creeping? How you know I'm not a little player? How you don't know I have a side boo? You can't bring your man everywhere we go. These men talk. And then you going home having these conversations with these men and they're telling whether y'all think so or not. I have seen it happen.
Gregory said men like myself ain't trying to hear all that gossip.
You say it,
Gregory.
Gregory.
If it was some juicy gossip.
Let me cut down my tone. Let me say something really.
Like
you say you don't want to hear it, but okay, your woman come home, right? Gregory, I had a long day today, you know. So many patients came in with attitudes, and then I had to listen to Demetria talk all day about God knows what. You know, she's sleeping with him, he's sleeping with her, they got in a fight. You know, I'm just venting, I'm just talking to you as a partner. You see what I'm saying? It's not so much I'm coming to you, let me tell you. No, I'm just telling you how my day went, and that was part of my day. So you're listening, not technically realizing you're in on that gossip, Gregory. You may not repeat it, and I hope you don't repeat it, but it happens. These men repeat things, ladies. Let's stop pillow talking with these men about our women, our friends' business. I understand you feel you have a man that you should be able to confide in. I get it. But don't tell. Listen, let me tell you something about a man, because I always felt like I think like a man. Okay? I always be real with y'all on Let's Sip and Talk with Frank. I always felt like I thought like a man. Take it how you want to take it. Okay? But if you coming to me, I'm acting like a man right now. Y'all know I'm extra. So if you coming to me and saying, Fred, guess what, Fred? Such and such and such and such. My friend was sleeping with 2 men. Caught. How she let John get caught? Fred gonna be like, what? So you a hoe too, just like your friend? Y'all out here hoeing because birds of a feather flock together. Like, we gotta be careful, and I'm not trying to dog y'all dudes. I'm not, but that's what y'all think. Y'all judge us based upon the people we hang around. And guess what? Y'all gonna get mad when I say this, and I think I say this every other episode or every Friday night. I'm gonna put it that way. If your woman that weak to be a follower, get in the first place. And I'm just going to say it like that. Because if I hang around somebody and they're slut bucketing, guess what? That does not mean I'm doing it. Okay? If I'm a slut bucket, doesn't mean they're doing it. Maybe I'm just a cool-ass chick. You know? And if we real, I'm not going to push my slut bucketing onto you.
And 9 times out of 10, she might not be a slut bucket, but everybody else got something to say about her.
That's true.
They don't like her or hate her.
Or maybe because she real.
There you go.
Or maybe because they see and we didn't talked about this.
Or maybe they mad because a man wasn't interested in them and was interested in them. So now she's a hoe.
Now she's a hoe.
Took your man.
Or maybe, like I said before, and I know we covered this before, maybe they seen me in a gas station with John. Maybe they seen me in a gas station with John. Then they see me out to dinner with Dante. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean I'm having sex with these men, people.
No, men as best friends.
It doesn't mean we always assume, we always judge. Now you're going home pillow talking to your man. I seen Freema in a store with such and such. You know, and I'm telling you, he paid for her items. How you know he don't get a discount? Because his friend worked there, so I'm going to give you the money before we go in the store to pay for my stuff. We got to learn to keep our mouth shut. I don't care if you telling your old man, I'm telling your girlfriend. If you don't know, keep your mouth shut. That's how a lot of stuff gets started.
And me and my best friend, he's my best man at my wedding. I mean, he's friends with my significant other too.
Yeah.
But we've been friends longer than my significant other and I knew each other.
And people probably see, we had some comments on here. Men like myself ain't trying to hear all that gossip. I think I said that. Melvin said, anybody telling their significant other about their friend's business, which is wrong. If my boy married and me and my wifey in bed chatting and I tell her my best friend cheated. Right? I just don't think it's that's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think you should be telling your significant other everything about your friends. Because at the end of the day, whether y'all think so or not, they're thinking about it. They're holding on to it. And if she be around her on Friday nights when she's doing her Letssipandtalk show, and then she goes and have sex afterward, then my wife might be doing that.
But I feel the same way when it comes to a man. If
What
tell
you
me
mean?
about your friend or whatever, I'm going to feel some type of way for you to go hang around him.
I don't.
But some of them can be very influential.
Or if y'all break up, they might go back.
Oh, that's a good one, Stacy.
This is what she said about you.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Just to get back.
You break up with them. Now they want to tell everything you told them. Got to be careful. Everybody not real out here, y'all. Just because y'all been together for 2-3 years don't mean they ain't going to spill the beans after. Y'all got to be careful what y'all tell these people. Seriously. I don't care. Takia said, hi, Freema, you look so cute. Thank you so much, Takia. I hope you're doing awesome. Gregory said, I'm going to tell her to take her ass to sleep. That's what your mouth say. That's what your mouth say, Gregory. You're going to listen. You're going to act like you sleep. Girl, tell your butt to sleep. You're going to act like you sleep, but you're not going to be sleep. You're going to be listening.
Your significant other come home and be like,
y'all got to keep it real. Y'all want to hear that tea too, man.
Yeah.
Don't play. They want to hear it too. Hear it too, and then when y'all riding somewhere to go shopping or you pick up some gym shoes or whatever, y'all gonna spill the tea. It may be not intentional, but y'all gonna tell it. Melvin said, whatever happened to people minding their business, they don't do that. They don't, Melvin. Come on now. They don't mind their business anymore. They worried about what Freema's doing on a Friday night. They worried about what such and such is doing on a Thursday. They worried about why they seen such and such in a doctor's office. Hello, if you see me there, why are you there?
And you know what?
People do get checked, you know. People just want to make sure their health is okay. That goes back. Stop worrying about everybody. If it ain't making you no money, why in the hell are you concerned? If you're not in we intertwine to that level, we talk on that level, then why does it matter? Why is Freema coming up in your conversation? I never understood it. And I'm speaking in general. Not saying nobody's saying Freema or whatever. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just speaking in general. We have to be careful what we run our mouths about. Whether you feel it's innocent or not, if you don't know for a fact, and I don't think any of us can ever know for a fact that next person isn't telling, but if you don't want it to be known, then don't tell it. Keep it to yourself. That's the best way, because who's going to tell it? You. The only person can tell it is you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. You go to the doctor, and y'all know I'm all over the place in these conversations, and y'all need to chime in. You go to the doctor Monday, you get your test results back. I'm HIV positive. How's somebody confidential unless I tell it? So now I gotta confide in someone and say, oh my God, you know, I'm sick. Don't tell nobody. Okay, so if it get out, I don't even see why you mad at them.
Girl, I'm sorry, but I can't hold it. I can't hold it.
And you better not tell nobody. You better not tell nobody.
I got to tell you. I got to tell somebody. Guess who?
Yep. Guess who's sick? Guess who's sick, girl?
Daddy.
Yeah.
That's what, don't you tell nobody.
Right. I knew she was losing weight. I knew she was such and such.
Or
and
better yet,
like,
as soon as somebody hold a conversation and be like, I met such and such, or I've been talking to such and such on the phone.
right.
What that's supposed to
What
mean?
does that mean? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No. You gonna tell me.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's nothing wrong with keeping your business to yourself. You get what I'm saying? But just be mindful if you decide to tell it. It's chances that it may get out there. Like, that's all I'm saying. Whether you feel it's your partner, y'all having sex, y'all having great sex.
But then sometimes you don't even have to say anything. People hallucinate.
Bring it down.
See, that goes
Tell
back
God.
to something else. I just can't see people just making stuff up for no reason.
Oh, you want to bet?
We talked about this last Friday.
Yeah.
I just don't see
can't
how.
see it. Okay.
Like, why? What kind of sick person?
A lot
And
of sick.
I'm not trying to judge anyone, but I'm being for real.
Well, it
like,
happened to me.
I just don't get it. I understand it.
Be careful around your man around her with your man, because she'll sleep with your man, she'll do this, she'll do that. And that's the doggone lie. That's one thing I will not do.
No.
I don't even care if we're not friends. If I know you, I am not
sleeping with him.
I'm
Or
not
even
talking-
dating
yeah,
him.
I'm
Or
not
even
even
talking
dating
to him.
Now, in some cases, you may not know.
Right. That's possible. And I think we talked about this before,
Yeah.
man. So, me and one of my good friends, and if I say a terminology with it, y'all kind of figure out who it is. I'm not going to tell y'all. But, we decided to share, you know, like who got the cookies.
Remember we made
We
that
had the
list?
same freaking,
Remember we made that
we
list?
had the same person.
We did. Remember we
Me
made
and
that
you?
No.
Oh,
no,
I
Lord.
said, ew.
Me and you got different
You
tastes.
and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So me
Matter
and
of fact,
somebody
too.
had it. Wow. But me and one of my and I was like, ew, girl, like such and such, you know. And you know, it happens because women don't sleep and tell. Women don't sleep and tell. But I guarantee that guy went and said, guess what? Such and such and such. Because I mean, not saying you sleeping around with people and not telling, no, things happen. You know what I mean? Things happen, and it's like it shouldn't have happened, or no, I ain't gonna say it
Or it
shouldn't have happened
happened
because I know what the
years
hell I
ago,
can
like high
do.
school.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
So that was my case. It happened during high school.
That
but
was
then
high school,
that
and this was afterwards.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So it was years apart, and you know, we just didn't feel the need to tell until one day we decided to say, hey, you know, da da da. And guess what? It was on the list. But oh well, ain't nothing we can do about it. Ain't nothing we can do about it. We both grown. But anywho, I know it's a lot of people watching that pillow talk. So, counselor, I am not a therapist, but just from life experiences, please stop pillow talking with your significant other.
I'm gonna continue.
You gonna continue? Oh Lord, see. Anyway,
but
please.
we're limited what we discuss. We don't sit there and talk about nobody personal stuff. If somebody confide in me, trust and believe it's not leaving from outside of when we talk about it.
See, that's a prime example, people.
What?
It would not leave
No,
outside.
I'm talking about with that person that
Oh, I
trusted
thought
me.
you were talking about your significant other. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, the person that trusted to confide in me, I'm not going
Oh, yeah,
out
definitely,
there. Matter of
definitely.
fact, knowing me and my short-term memory, I probably can't even remember what they said word for word.
Melvin said, I have a question, ladies. You see your best friend husband with another man. Do you tell your friend or mind your business?
I'm going to tell you what I do.
I'm gonna tell
You want to know what I do? I walk up to my best friend and him, so he won't have to wonder who went back and told, because he know I told, because I'm going to tell him I'm going to tell. It's no
telling.
secret about,
I'm sorry,
about
we're
that.
telling.
And he's
And I don't
gonna
care
make
that he
sure
know I
he
know.
see me.
Yeah. Like, I don't care. He knows I know. He know we're best friends. I'm telling.
And I'm going to see, hey, who is this? Oh, you know about this person? Well, let's see. And I'm FaceTiming her while I'm standing in front. So
I am going to snitch on you. So if you're cheating on my friend.
No, I'm FaceTiming so she can see.
Like, I mean, it don't even matter. So, again, on Let's Sip and Talk with Freema, I have no choice but to be honest and real with you guys, because you take the time to sit here and watch me. So that has happened, okay? So everybody knows, it's no secret that me and CJ and I are separated, right? Hey, Tamika, how you doing? So, anywho, during the separation, my best friend seen him. My best friend seen him, right? Freema, I've seen CJ such and such and such, and blah, blah, blah. I said, probably with such and such. Because me and CJ talked. You know, we had this conversation. She was like, oh, so you know. I said, yeah, but let me make sure this is the same chick that we discussed. Because you ain't about to be out here. Hey, Yvonne, you ain't about to be out here, like, just doing the most. Like, you ain't about to do that. I don't care if we together or not, separated or not. So, yeah, best friend called me up. I said, matter of fact, let me call him, see what he doing. Hey, Jaquetta. I said, oh, you at such and such. I'm not out the car. I'm sitting in the car. You ain't got to explain to me. I'm just dealing, you know, I'm just playing with you, sir, you know. But, yeah, best friend called me and let me know, regardless if we was together or not. So, yes, to answer your question, I feel that you should spill the beans. Because what I look like being in your face, knowing that your man is out there with somebody else.
Like, a problem.
That just
you
don't
call
say
yourself
right.
my friend, it's a problem.
Like, if I find out later on in the future that you knew, then I think we kind of done. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a wrap.
Now, don't get me wrong, because it's different shady ways that some women do approach you about your man. However, I mean, if you call yourself my best friend and you don't bring him out, because you know, nothing burns me up more than somebody coming, don't say nothing, but I seen your man.
No.
We have a problem.
No. Why you worried about him?
No, but if you my friend, you shouldn't care if I go back and tell.
On that dirt bike?
No.
My thing is, why are you worried about it if he finds out you told me or not?
Exactly.
I
mean you ain't my friend.
Like, why do you care how he feels? Melvin said the problem is when you tell her she stays with him.
It doesn't
now
matter.
He hates you.
No,
listen,
it doesn't matter.
He ain't hating you. Why the hell is he mad that the best friend told? He should know that was going to happen.
If that's her true friend.
Exactly.
I don't feel like he should hate her. That's just my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
You got busted.
Like, you got busted and you knew she seen you. So what the hell are you mad at her
now,
for?
If anything, you need to worry
and you're
about
not going to say nothing to
woman.
her. Period. You're not going to say anything. You're not going to say anything to her when you know she told me, because she going to tell me. And she going to be right there. I mean, like, that's just what it is.
Knowing me, I'll tell you in front of you. While you sitting there, I'll tell her.
Melvin said, but that's pillow talk, which we all agree is wrong. Listen.
Pillow talk?
No. See, you're getting it twisted, buddy. Pillow talk is when you're telling someone's business to the point that it shouldn't be told. Okay? If I see my best friend husband,
that's not pillow talk.
That's not pillow talking. That's straight, like, you gotta find out. I don't give a F he knows I tell you. Pillow talking is like, please, babe, don't tell. You know, or let me tell you what happened. You know, no. That's two different things, Melvin. Thank you, Yvonne. That is not pillow talking. I'm sorry. That's not pillow talking. No way, shape, or form is it pillow talking. I've seen it happen, and it's not good.
Pillow talking is more supposed to be a secret.
It's supposed to be a secret. And you sitting here telling it. Exactly. That's your day one having your back. That's exactly what it is. Because guess what? Me as a friend, I don't care if your man mad at me. You shouldn't have been doing it.
Prime example, and I don't care because this was one of my past relationships. But my brother-in-law saw my son's father up in the drugstore.
Oh, Jesus.
And what did he do? He called.
Oh, Lordy.
Why? He was standing there with him. And he was like, guess who up in here with another chick?
That's called loyalty, people.
He told.
That's called loyalty. If someone has your back, like regardless of whatever the situation is, you damn right I'm gonna be loyal to them.
Okay.
Because, Lord behold, they find out, well, such and such see me and ain't tell you. Because you know that'll happen. If they find out another way, and it's not from the source who you felt should have told you, and they gonna say it. Well, Freema see me and ain't say nothing. That's your friend though, but you ain't here mad at me.
Yeah, then we got
You get what I'm saying? That you know they'll do it.
Yeah, they gonna do it.
I do it. I stopped.
They'll do it.
I said, what you doing? Oh, boop, boop, boop. Hey, yeah, you remember I stopped
Oh,
at my
yeah.
house?
Look,
I said, hey, you leaning on the car with a girl.
No.
Yes,
No,
I remember that.
no.
I think you went back to the house. Let me tell y'all this real quick. Listen, I got some story to tell you. God dang.
And
I-
mine's up in
I
the car
seem
wash,
so-
remember? 6 o'clock in the
I
morning.
think I'm so lame. It's always the same guy. It's always the same stories. Anywho, living in Atlanta, minding my business. CJ's home. I know y'all get tired of hearing about CJ, but god damn it, that's the only thing I know at this point. CJ's home. Stacy's riding by. Stacy called me and said, there's some girls in CJ yard and he's leaning. I think she was sitting on the car or something. He was leaning between her legs. Stacy turned that car around. Stacy went to that house. Let me tell you, dude, is that the same time that you had the house phone? I don't know how Stacy ended up. Oh, because you might have called me or something.
No, he needed a ride and left the car phone.
He left the house phone in the car after all this. Stacy go through that house phone. Any number that little suspect. Like, how you know what number little suspect? Any number that little suspect, we calling it. Like, come on, dude. This is his house with his grandparents. And we calling numbers back. Like, man, you're young and dumb. You do shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Stacy turned that car.
Numbers.
We sure did.
Boy,
And I stopped. And I said, I'm on the phone with Freema now.
Yeah.
Who is this girl that's in between your legs?
Sure did. You sure did.
Or how about the time that y'all caught one of mine up in the,
At the car wash?
6 o'clock in the morning.
6
Y'all
o'clock in the
blocked
morning.
him
Payphone.
in.
April. You
Yeah.
wouldn't believe what we see right now. We looking at
They
it
here
right now.
right now.
This car and that one, and he just got in that car, and he parked his car in that
Why
one.
was it even there? Did we use a payphone?
No,
Was
she was
payphone
coming to
back
pick
then?
you up.
No,
Pick
she was
you
going to
up.
pick me up. But how did we see him at a car wash?
I think we stopped to the gas station for something.
I don't
what it
know.
was.
But like I was creeping people. Okay, she had to come pick me up 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to beat the cows home. However they say it. Stacy, come pick me up. But anyway, yes, we seen him creeping. Called while we right there. We stayed. Did you come? I think we stayed till
And
she
what
got
made
there.
it so bad, how shysty he was, I was pregnant. And I just got out the hospital. I still had the hospital band around my wrist.
And we called
7
him
months
drama.
pregnant.
So you can look at it 2 ways.
Yeah.
You can look at it 2 ways. Yvonne said also, if your bestie knows you're coming to an event and someone is there that you have issues with, they supposed to tell you.
Exactly.
Not have you walking into.
Yeah,
Hello.
That's true.
That's 100% true. I'm here, such and such, and I'm here. I don't know if you want to come or not. I'm just giving you a heads up. Hey, it could be beef. I don't know. Hell, such and such here that you slept with, and your goddamn boyfriend is at the counter. So, like, either way, warn me. We're friends. You get what I'm saying? Don't have me walking into nothing crazy. I totally agree 100%. Don't be concerned about what nobody said for you. If that girl ride or die for you, you ride or die for her. Well, you get what I'm saying. Melvin said, I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low because my heart can't take it anymore.
He's singing that song.
What?
Marlon Wayans or something. What's it?
I
I
don't-
don't want to know.
Keep it on the low. Something.
'Cause my
You
heart
would want to know. So you just want to walk around here looking like a fool?
Now, let's talk about that. In some cases, in certain people, I wouldn't tell.
It depends.
No, because you already know how that person is and they're not going to do anything. You know they're not going to leave their man. Because they already know he's cheating because they come to you and say he's cheating all the time. So when you do approach them and say, sometimes it flips and they get...
I mean, it's up to me to say.
Yeah, but I mean, they're going to have an attitude towards you. Now, in my case, I don't care. My conscience is clear.
Right.
I told. You get mad at me and don't talk to me, then okay, whatever. But in some cases, I'm not going to sit there and go behind my friend back if she decided to keep him or take him back or whatever. That's them.
Yeah, that's how I
They
feel.
have
That's
to
on
do
you.
what makes them happy. I'm not judging anybody. Maybe she was holding out and he had no choice but to go out there. I don't know what the case. Oh, but me being a loyal friend or whatever, if I see something that don't look right, of course I'm gonna bring it to her attention.
Yeah. And it's all about how you tell them. You know what I'm saying? Girl, let me tell. No. Listen, Freeman, I don't know if you already know this. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I just want to let you know what I seen. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying none of that.
I got cursed out a couple times by
Melvin said, I feel some women are so beautiful they should get a pass from being cheated on. Wait a minute now.
What?
Cheated on?
Pass. What you mean?
I feel some women are so beautiful they should get a pass for getting cheated on or being cheated on, from being cheated on. I don't understand what you're saying, Melvin.
Also, like the women that they friends tell, okay, I seen such and such with this girl. Don't approach the girl if the girl don't know you.
Oh God, yes.
You know,
please,
approach the girl.
Please. If your man is telling her he's single, you know, I don't have a girl,
Approach that man.
whatever, like,
But
why?
a lot of females do that.
What approach?
They go up to the female or they harass the female instead of getting hold to the men. I've had that happen to me
Me
before.
too. A girl called me.
My man was cheating on me. The female felt it was her place, and I
To
blamed
ask.
him.
I mean, but we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if somebody call, just tell them.
She called.
I mean,
She
to me,
asked.
I don't want to say go ask your man. Like, just tell
but
them.
if you
told
already
her.
know
Now,
they
she
have
called
a
me.
woman, you need to know your place.
No, she called me. I said I didn't know anything about
Maybe
you.
she didn't
I
know he had a
apologize.
woman.
I said I
She
told
knew.
her. I said I did not know anything about you. He didn't mention anything. He just said he got a baby mama, but he never said that y'all was in a relationship.
Right.
And she was like, well, this and that, and la.
Now listen,
I said,
I done
okay. I
told
said, I
you.
done told you my part.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to go and talk to him. And this the end of the conversation with
Yeah,
us.
like,
But
I
she
don't
didn't
see.
feel that it was the end of the conversation, but I just told her. I
Right.
didn't know nothing about you. As a woman, I apologize. Now you need to wait
I
till
was
to talk to him.
I was on the opposite side.
What?
I was the main chick that was getting cheated on.
Did you approach the other
No,
person?
I didn't
Oh.
approach. I didn't even know about her. She approached me.
Oh, okay. So y'all both thought y'all were mean.
No, I knew I was the main chick. She knew she was the side chick, but clearly she.
Oh, she
he
got
must
tired
have-
of being the side chick.
Yeah, he must have
She
made
got
her
tired
feel
of
like
being
she
it.
was the
Yes.
main chick that she
But
thought she
that's
was
what I was
okay.
about to say. That's another thing,
That's
y'all.
dangerous.
If you're going to
Yeah.
cheat, you need to make
I had
sure
to
they
fulfill
know.
to her job.
Look at the advice I be getting. Again, this is not advice. These are my opinions. Make sure they know their place. Like, for real, for real. Don't have them thinking they're, you know, more than they are and feel they can approach someone. Because guess what? We all seen it happen. You will get told that. I don't mean by the woman. I mean by the man. Like, don't overstep your boundaries,
Exactly.
boo. And I don't even talk like this. So, yeah, I'm being messy. Anyway, Yvonne.
Period. Poo.
Period, poo. If she get mad at you, she not your friend anyway. That's kind of how
That's
I
true.
felt, you
Yeah.
know, because I'm not gonna bring you anything that's not legit. First of all, I'm gonna make sure
I have receipts.
it's 100. You get what I'm saying? I'm
I
not
have
gonna go
receipts.
off some he say, she say mess. Now the only way I'm gonna go off a he say, she say is if that person told me this, I know for 100%. They are not gossipy. They don't start trouble, and they don't bring me nothing unless it's factual. But other than that, all that girl, no. I'm not
I've
doing
done that
that.
before. Somebody came back and tell me a piece of information, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's true or not. But look, let me tell you,
It's the
keep
way you
your
deliver
eyes
it.
open.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's true or not, but such and such came back and said this, but just pay attention.
Absolutely. Again, I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, keep your eyes open. Hey, it could be it could be a whole fiction story went on. You get what I'm saying? But you did your part.
Yeah.
You know, and
My
you're not
conscience
making
is
it seem
clear.
like you know, starting up drama. You know, Demetrius said a friend's supposed to tell no matter what. That's how I feel. No matter what. Again, like April said, listen, I don't know.
But I'm going
I'm
to
just
tell you
saying.
this. If you come to me and you tell me that my man cheating on me or whatever else or whatever, please believe those next words better not come out your mouth saying, but don't go tell him. Because we're going to have
Because
a
why
problem.
though?
We're going to have a problem.
Somebody's on here, and I know somebody's on here has did this or know somebody. I need to know why can't I tell him? Why can't I say April told me?
And I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to be in the middle of nothing. Don't come tell me.
Then don't tell me. Because why? To me, I feel like, why are you concerned about his feelings? It's supposed to be me. We supposed to be loyal. You get what I'm saying? This nigga might be going into...
I don't even have... I do that at work and everywhere else. I mean, if you can't feel comfortable enough that you... But then you don't want me to go back and
then don't repeat
it and say that you told me.
Then don't
even
repeat
come
it.
tell me.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to know.
Melvin said, "Don't cheat on them because they are so beautiful." Beauty has nothing to do with it. A beautiful person can be the biggest asshole, the biggest cheater, the biggest whatever, and you'll never know it. So if you're blinded by beauty, sir, you need a therapist. No, I'm playing, Melvin, but seriously, do not get blinded by people's beauty. Listen, you can't do that. Just because they're beautiful does not mean that they're not going to get over on you. Or does not mean that they're out here to get whatever the hell they can get from you. Or does not mean they got 2 side boobs on the side. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on. I don't care how cute you look. It ain't even about looks for me. I'm going to be honest with you. I never looked at a man and say, oh my God. No.
And don't
okay.
blame.
No, hell no.
No.
Money don't do nothing.
Nothing.
It's just an incentive. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like
that's just coming from us. Because some women will deal with anything just
because of money.
Just because money.
Mm-hmm. But why?
Because that's what they blinded by.
Oh, he cheated on me, but I know he gonna give me that $2,000 ring I want.
Either that, or I know I'm gonna be driving that new car.
I know.
Look at Denise. Thank you, BFF. She said, you know, I'm okay with you telling that I told it. Yes, Denise is the one that spilled the beans. BFF, I just want to let you know, I see CJ. He's here. He's sitting in a car. She's inside. She's the beans. She said, call him now before I leave. So I went ahead and called him, and he better have answered. CJ know I'm crazy. Melvin said, I hate when people tell me something for real. Like, what's the point of telling me? My biggest thing is, why are you so concerned about the other person?
Well, I guess they probably gonna say something wrong with me, because as soon as that person come in, oh, didn't you say that such and such? I'm just keeping it real.
The other person got something to blackmail them on.
Then just don't tell me.
Don't tell me.
But they conscious.
So Melvin said money matters.
Money don't matter.
Money don't matter.
What do you mean, Melvin? Elaborate. What do you mean money matters? You meaning like you gotta have something? Why can't it just be you have enough to pay your bills and hold your own? Why is that not good enough?
I'm sorry, but ain't no amount of money for me to be walking around here with no black eye to stay with nobody because they got money.
Right. Or feel like he can just do what he want to do because he got money.
Or put me at risk of getting some kind of STD.
Yeah, something I can't get rid of because he got money.
No.
So, I don't know.
What's his name? Charlie Sheen?
What?
HIV?
HIV positive. And what's the other comedian name? Had herpes and gave it to one of the girls?
Ooh.
The one that act real stupid, Dumb and Dumber. What's
Jim
his name?
Carrey?
Yes.
Jim Carrey got herpes?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Usher?
Yeah.
It's Usher, baby. Let's see. Elaborate on that, Melvin. Why does money matter? So you need a chick with money, huh? You got to make sure her bank account's straight. What, they going to show you them statements? What they going to do? Jaquetta said, they're usually friends are cool with both of them or the person he's cheating with. Sad but true. Woo, wait. Let me make sure I read this right. They're usually friends are cool with both of them or the person he's cheating with. Sad but true.
So they're friends with both persons that they're cheating with.
All right, so they friends with you and they friends with him.
No, they're friends with you and they're friends with the chick that they're cheating with.
What? Y'all, I'm slow.
Okay, read it again.
They're usually friends are cool with both of them.
Okay, so
are the persons
with
he's cheating with
and the boyfriend, or they probably friends with the person that person is cheating on the best friend with.
So, y'all been drinking.
So say for instance, April is the person that's been cheating. Me and you best friends.
Okay, me and you. Oh, he cheating with me.
No, me and you best friends.
But
I'm telling you.
I'm
telling you that your boyfriend is cheating on you with my other best friend.
Oh. Is that what you saying, Jaquetta? Yeah. So like I'm the mutual friend.
Yeah. No.
You're the mutual friend.
I'm best friend. I got a best friend besides you, but you don't rock with her. But she is cheating with your boyfriend.
Got
Yeah.
you. Oh.
It's kinda...
First of all, don't do it. Don't.
First off, I'm gonna tell that other friend that know
What
about
is
her.
you doing?
But what are you doing?
Oh, he knows.
I
She
don't
knows
know
about
no parts of it.
Or I'm telling.
No, I'm telling.
No,
I'm telling point blank because you're wrong. Why would you put me in that situation? You know we friends.
Okay, let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly.
Okay.
Me and April not friends.
No, but
we're both friends with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sleeping with her man.
No,
Yeah.
she's sleeping with your man.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
Somebody's sleeping with the man. We
Yeah.
sleeping with the same guy.
Yeah.
How did you find out? Like, did I know about April?
Wait, what if I went to her house?
What if neither one of us knew about each other?
I went to her house and he was there, and I'm like,
But our mutual friend knew.
So then it sounds like a setup to me, ladies.
no.
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 Okay, no.
Tell
listen.
such and such to come over here while I'm here.
No, this is
You
what
want
I'm
her?
saying.
You want your friend to set it
It's
up?
like, okay.
It'll be a setup. We both walking in that house together.
Oh, you talking about setting
Yeah.
it up? Oh, okay.
Therefore, everybody knows at one
I'd
time.
be like, girl, look, I just went over such and such house. I know you don't rock with her, but I didn't even know that they were sleeping together. But this is
You need to bring your
she need
ass
to go
over here. I'll open the back door.
And I'm be sitting in the car.
Matter of fact, just meet me. Oh, that's what she's saying. Yes, like, bitch, you finally got it. I'm sorry, Jaquetta, I'm slow. I promise you I am. I get it now. Let's see. Melvin said 90% of relationships fail because of money.
But why? I mean,
Are the bills getting paid?
I guess
That's my question.
I'm not hype over people money.
No. If anything,
just-
okay, I look at it in a relationship. I may not have sometimes. He may have. He may not have. I may have. That's part of being in a relationship. That's part of being a couple. That's part of being one person, 50-50. Money should not define your relationship. It all depends on, to me. Now, some people are different. Some people, money means everything. But to me, if he respects me and he loves me, that's all I basically want.
I think, this is my opinion, if it is a statistic out there that 90% of relationships fail because of money, it's because somebody's not doing something right. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's holding out. He's not holding up his because he's doing something else with the money. Or
No,
he just, I just don't.
I'll give you a scenario. Okay. My husband just lost his job. Fine and cool. Okay, he was on unemployment. Unemployment ran out. You still ain't found no job. However, now that you haven't found no job and I'm paying all the bills and taking care of you, you're holding out on me sexually. You're having an attitude with me. You don't want to do anything with me. So the first thing come to my mind is, okay, you at home all day, got all this free time. You must be cheating on me because
So
you're
now
holding out on the
it
goodies
started
and everything.
financially,
Yeah.
and it ended up to be something else.
Yeah, but it would be different, even though he might have lost his job. Unemployment might have ran out, just like now. We're in the middle of a pandemic or what have you.
Time out. Khalid, I'm not laughing. You do this every Friday night, just like Mimi.
Crickets.
Sorry.
However, he lost his job, just like now, due to a pandemic. Unemployment ran out. However, he cooked, the house is clean, clothes are washed, whatever. He still paid me attention. We still could have watched TV and everything. I'm happy.
Right.
Versus
See, that's
you
what I'm
ignoring
saying.
me with
I don't
the
think
attitude.
I don't think it
and
just
everything.
be solely financial. If y'all have an understanding, things happen. You see what I'm saying? You compromise a little. You bend a little to things. Lord, y'all. That's why I need a studio. You know. That's why I take somebody to know somebody to say, hey, you know, I know a good person that would be a great talk show host for your setting. Give them my information, people. Look out. But seriously, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's more to the financial side. It's not just financially causing relationship to damper. I think it's more to it than just finances. Yes, what she just said. He ain't doing his part, everything on her. But see, that don't go all the way to money. It's more to it. Yeah, he lost his job. Maybe the plant closed down. That's something he couldn't help. It was unexpected because they will do that to you. Like she said, the unemployment, he was getting okay. He still was doing his part in the house as much as he could. The unemployment ran out because now it's time for you to, you should have been looking. That's where the problem came in.
But he might not be able to find one because just like now, we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Okay, so he couldn't find one. But all day.
But
you can't kill.
And not even that.
You can't take trash out.
But not even
you can't
that.
Wash the car.
Because some of them can't even cook. So I mean, that part wouldn't bother me. The part that would bother me is your attitude change. You want to argue with me all the time. You can't spend no time with me. I mean, that's where my big issue would come in. Yeah, you always got to go somewhere or going with your friends or hanging with your friends or on your cell phone somewhere. When I come home from working 9 hours or whatever, you can't even sit there and hold a conversation with me. We have a problem.
We got a problem. And yes, it might have started out with you getting laid off, but you need to step your game up, buddy. Like, why do we have to tell y'all this stuff? This is not meant to be a bashing session for men, but it always turns that way. Why we gotta tell men and women? Why we gotta tell y'all?
And it can all come from not having that open line
communication.
Because he could be going through depression.
That's very true. Depression is very real, might I add. Very, very real. And it's sometimes for us to pay attention to that. But how do we address it? How do we say something if they're holding out? If they don't want to be real with you?
Look.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Significant other, you should know.
You should know. You should be able to pay that attention. You should understand something changed about that person.
I might not even see mine, but I know just by talking to him over the phone, something isn't right. Something is bothering him. I may not know what it is, and he may not want to tell me, but I know something is bothering him.
So let me ask y'all a question. How long we been on, y'all? Has it been more than an hour?
Yeah. 47 seconds. I mean minutes.
That's like 47 seconds. Okay, so before we wrap it up, I do have a question for y'all. Because we mentioned depression, and I need y'all honest opinion. How do you feel about individuals? And I think someone asked this in the past on the page. How do you feel about I stopped posting. Remember, people ask questions, and I put it out there. Y'all, I'm sorry. Such a bad person. I wasn't consistent with that. But how do you feel about people that know they have an issue? Some type of mental issue going on, and they don't get help.
It don't work like that.
And they don't get help. How do you feel?
Don't work like that.
What you mean?
Because I may feel like ain't nothing wrong with me, even though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if the person knows something's wrong with them and they refuse?
Okay, prime example, schizophrenic. Long as they're taking their medicine, they good. After a while of taking their medicine, they feel they're good. They don't need their medicine no more.
And they back to who they were.
Exactly. But your mind telling you fine.
That's what I'm saying. So do you continue to deal with that person knowing they need help and they refuse to help?
No, you have to put yourself in a position depending on how the circumstances are. If that's a violent person or whatever, then you have to do what you have to do.
Okay, it depends on the circumstances behind it.
Yeah. Because, some people can be violent with their mental illness, and some people can just be lazy and don't want to do anything. But, you have to do what's best for you. Because,
that's
like
they
always say,
a
sick person will bring you down too.
That's a very good answer. So, at that point, it's okay to be selfish when you're dealing with a mentally ill person, because if it's doing harm to you or something, then you need to take yourself out of that situation.
Exactly. If you've been there, you try to help, you did everything in your power, but now it's affecting you mentally, then it's not healthy for you.
Got you.
Even though it may hurt that you leaving that person,
right?
Or you may feel you leaving them high and dry, but then you got to look on how that affects you, and in some cases, how it affects your children.
Absolutely. Okay. I always wondered that. Would you leave someone, that refuses to get because of their mental illnesses? That's a good one. Demetria said yes. Don't give up on a person you are about. I think I read that right, Demetria? Yes, don't give up on a person you are about. What you mean? that you are, I know what you're trying to say, girl. But yeah, you don't give up on, but like, what if it's something that they come, you go around them, you trying to, you ate today, you good, but then they trying to fight you. They trying to, do craziness. Like, where do you draw?
All you can do is get them committed, but then when they get out, they taking their medicine, they good for a while, and after a while, they back at it again. Okay, so now you're afraid to go to sleep around this person.
Yeah. That stuff is real.
Or you're afraid to have your children around this person because they're making them sit to the table and eat all their food.
And if they don't, they get their head chopped off.
Exactly. So, I mean, you have to weigh the situation.
Oh, care about. Yeah, you do have to weigh the situation. You don't give up on them, and maybe you can do it from a distance. Maybe you can kind of check up on them, and you just don't be around that person. I don't know.
It all depends.
It's a tough situation. It depends. What type of illnesses they have,
because in some cases, like, I'm not going to say any names or anything, but we've had instances to where one person was good with me, but they couldn't stand mama or grandma or whatever.
I don't know who you're talking about, but okay, I don't know what you're saying.
Anyway.
Gotcha.
You still had to be careful because you didn't know what he was capable of because of the voices that he would hear.
That makes sense, but does that make sense in reality, period? We don't know what one person is thinking. Regardless if they seem stable. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, you just never underestimate anyone.
But that's just like me telling you, look, I'm HIV positive, let's sleep together. You gonna take that risk? Because it's a 50-50 chance you might not get it.
Hey, you taking a risk when you lay down with anybody.
But I'm telling you. So in other words, by me telling you, it's the same as a mental illness. And it's a 50-50 chance that I might hurt
so it's up
because
to you
if you're gonna put yourself in that situation.
I heard people do, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, some people do. Because, I mean, love can make you do some crazy things sometimes. And some people, just loves people that much that they just...
But, okay, another question that we never would really know. Would you take a bullet for someone? Do you know if that person would take a bullet for you? Do we really know this?
You don't know.
Are you going to... Your husband, he's a felony. He has a felony. He's a... What you call him? Felonist? No, what do you call him? I don't know. But he has a felony charge. A felon. He's a felon. We ride. He riding dirty.
I'm not taking a charge.
You gonna take a charge from him?
No.
I wouldn't either. I'm just saying. I would never. Don't get me if you feel like I'm taking a charge.
If he do have to do time, trust and believe.
You gonna hold him down?
I'm gonna hold him down. I'm gonna be faithful or whatever. But no, I'm not taking that charge because 9 times out of 10, I've already told you to leave it alone.
And can you imagine? You getting pulled over and he's saying that's hers. Oh, man!
I've been in that situation before.
Like, what?
I've been in that situation before.
Yeah, we gotta be careful. You just don't know who you may be dealing with. You just don't know people. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying don't go out here and not trust. Because, when you don't trust, it's kind of hard to live. And I don't know if y'all understand when I say that because you're always watching. But don't let your guard completely down. And again, this is just my opinion. You got to love yourself first. I understand you feel like you've been with this person for years. Or whatever. You still don't know somebody after years. So just be careful. Sometimes just pulling someone up on something they doing wrong will help that person. Sometimes just pulling someone up on something they doing wrong will help that person. Absolutely. And they got to be willing to accept it. You kind of know when you can help someone out. You can know when you can give them feedback and all this good stuff. You know people's personality and how they will accept it. But at the end of the day, the moral of this conversation is stop telling things that's not meant to be told. Okay? It's okay to take things to your grave. If they want them to know, they'll tell them. It's not up for us to do it. If they come to you and say, listen, don't tell us so. Don't tell nobody. Listen and don't listen. I don't care. Just don't tell it. Sometimes people need people to talk to. And if that get ruined, let's say you're the only person that person feels comfortable talking to and you betray them. sometimes you don't know what that can do to somebody. You get mindful of who you sharing things with that you don't want to be told. If you feel deep down it's going to tarnish you, just don't tell it. Keep it to yourself. Write it down. Bury it. You know, but be careful. Be careful. You know, because you can talk to people and they may throw subliminal messages or they may give their opinions and it may seem harsh and anything, but you pay attention to that. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't make me feel bad because I'm venting to you. Sometimes you just need a listening ear. I don't need you to make me feel worse than I already am. If I'm coming to you saying, you know, I feel bad, I did this and that. Girl, why would you do it? And sometimes they don't need that. Hey, Cornelia, sometimes they just need people to listen to them. That's it.
Good pot that cold and kettle black.
I be fussing.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on the situation.
Well, you put yourself in that situation, so what you complaining about?
No, it depends on the situation. Now, if it's something that's just plain black and you knew it, I mean, so what are you upset about? I'm confused. Yeah, I will approach it that way. It really depends on the situation. I can be, my friends say I'm nonchalant. I don't think I'm nonchalant. I just feel like.
Oh, here we go.
I don't think I'm nonchalant.
You said the key words. You don't think that you're nonchalant.
I don't. What is nonchalant?
It is what you're blunt.
I care.
You're just blunt.
Dimitri is not funny. Alan, not funny. Dimitri, do not agree. I don't think I'm nonchalant.
You should agree. You're the one that she mainly be getting on all the time.
It depends on the situation, y'all. Don't let them tell y'all nothing different.
Look, I'm going to show my face on this one. I've known her since birth. So, yeah. She will not sugarcoat it. She's blunt.
That's not true.
And everybody always think it's me. Her. When it comes
so I don't
to people,
sugarcoat nothing, Stacey.
No. When it comes to people's feelings and everything, if you go to her for advice, expect to get the real with you. I mean, you have to. Yeah, you have to accept it, and you have to love it, the realness, because you know you're not getting anything fake. You're getting the truth.
I never thought.
However, if you're looking for sympathy,
she's the wrong.
No, now let me explain it. Let me explain it. I don't know. Okay, let me just be honest with y'all. Because of what I went to school for. And I think that plays a major part. Because being in mortuary school and seeing people cry. Oh, God, I'm about to sound so mean.
No, because I mean, both of us in the same situation with being a counselor and stuff. And
you can't let that stuff get to you.
No, you can't have no feelings.
Like how I look walking into a funeral.
And cry every funeral.
You know, and the family crying, I'm crying. Do it. So it's like you take your mind and say, like, you know. So it's not that I'm being mean. It's just I found a way to kind of like I'm just being honest. I can't comfort you. Don't call me crying. I can't do it. I don't know what to say. I will sit there in silence for a little bit, let you get it together, and then depending on the situation, I'm gonna say, so what do you plan on doing about this? How can you fix it? Is this helping? By you calling me crying, is this helping? Let's be real. And that's probably the way I'm going to give it to you. So it's not that I'm trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. And I don't know no other way to put it. And I'm that way with my kids. Y'all, and I got to do better because Cadence, she talks in her sleep. And Cadence woke up one night. Well, she didn't wake up. She was asleep. She said, Mama's so mean. And I was like, oh, my God. So I went out there and I bought her some ice cream the next day and stuff because I didn't want to think. So for her to say that while she was asleep, it's like, am I mean? You get what I'm saying? I just don't. No, I don't sugarcoat it. I don't.
You haven't found that cutoff switch. And you know, it took me to come home from work one day, and for my child to tell me, Mama, you know, you treat me like those girls you work with. And when she told me that, I started doing
I don't think I'm that bad. I promise you.
We're having an intervention now.
Like, they're having an intervention with me on live because I really don't think I'm that bad. Stacey, you really made me sick right
what
now.
You got?
I'm just listening.
But you got it honestly because your mama like that.
Demetria to my April, you right. Demetria, she sure will.
See how she flipped? Look at
Melvin
her.
said, my opinion of what?
You got it honestly.
Mama nonchalant.
Yeah, your mama like that.
I just don't think
we
don't sweat small stuff.
However, I will give you the attention that I feel you need at that time.
Depends on what it is. Now, if you sitting here boo-hooing and carrying on about something that I feel you should not, that's my opinion, then no, you gotta toughen up. Bro.
No, and I'm gonna be the first one. While you crying, I'm gonna be like, it's okay.
It's not okay.
It'll be okay. Soon as I get you better, now look here, bitch. You're gonna have to straighten up. You're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do that. But meanwhile, while you're down, you ever heard the saying, "Don't kick a dog while they laying down"?
I'm not kicking them while they down.
The hell.
Melvin said, my opinion about Miss Kennedy is she has a lot of patience. Thank you, Melvin. She has a lot of patience, very down to earth, and very professional.
Melvin, how long have you known her?
I have no patience.
Okay,
or whatsoever. Linda said, I worked in nursing homes, so you get cold to death, and when I had a family member die, it didn't bother me, so I had to quit that job. Oh, that's true. Demetria said, that's right, April. Be quiet, girl. Alan, stop laughing. Yeah, you build some type of
But you have to learn, because I have it. I have that wall that I can build up, and certain things that bother people, and that's why they always bring them to me when somebody break down, somebody
bring them here.
No, they always bring them. It never failed.
I can't handle it.
Every job I had, they will bring them to me. I will talk to them or what have you. But please believe, after you dry those tears up and everything, and I got you smiling, I'm going to tell you straight up.
Okay, that's the difference, because you got patience to wait.
Exactly.
I don't.
Yeah, but then you got to think about, okay, you don't have any patience, and I'm coming to you. You don't know what's going on in my head. You just drove me.
I'm not going to kick you. No, I would never do that.
No, but
what I'm saying is, this is you. You're going to sit here, it'll be okay. And I'm going to sit here and let you get it out. And then you just going to be crying to where you hear that silence, and then you're going to be like, damn, she...
Yeah,
and then you're going to suck it up, and I'm saying, now listen.
Not everybody's not like that.
Well, guess what? That's me.
That's like talking somebody off the ledge.
How? Because you're not saying it's okay. It's not okay.
Okay, so if a person,
it's not okay,
on a person on the ledge, and you the only person that'll talk that person.
Let's role
play.
Let's role play.
Okay.
Come in my office crying.
Okay. I can't take it no more. Oh, he hurt me so bad. And then all I do, I work 3 jobs. I come home, I take care of the kids and everything. All he do is just sit there and down me, call me fat, tell me I need to do something with myself. The house is not clean. He tell me I can't cook. He don't spend any time with the kids. He don't do anything with them. I can't take it anymore. But I do love him, but I can't deal with it anymore.
How long have you and John been together?
We've been together for 15 years. He was my first boyfriend, my only boyfriend, my only love. I really don't know anybody else but him. He's been there. He wasn't always like this. This is just something that just happened after he lost his job and everything. And right now, I just don't know what to do. But I want my marriage to work. But I can't deal with it right now.
So how long doing all of this, that's making you this way?
For the past year.
So when do you plan on, doing something about it?
What can I do? He's not working. How am I going to leave? I'm working 3 jobs.
You choose. Listen.
And I have 4 kids.
I understand that.
2,
sometimes
3,
we have to put
5,
ourselves
and 6.
April. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in uncomfortable situations so we can do better for ourselves.
So you gonna watch them?
If that's
if
I have to watch the kids, but let me say this first. First, we're gonna quit one of those jobs, because what you're gonna do is either you're gonna leave at least for a little while.
How?
You have to. I don't care if y'all have a house together. Sometimes you have to put yourself in a situation.
I can't leave my job.
No. So you're gonna work 3 jobs.
I have no choice.
Because he's still there.
Joe, Johnny, and Karen have asthma. Their asthma pumps cost $119 a piece. I don't get no food stamps.
You don't get food stamps. You're working 3 jobs.
What else am I supposed to do?
You cut one off and get some food stamps and get some
assistance. And then what I'm supposed to do with that $1,200
rent?
This
extra mouth that you're feeding.
$1,200 rent that I have to pay.
It's I just have to be totally honest with you right now. And listen, that's what I'm here for. I understand sometimes the truth hurts, April. We're going to get it out today. Sometimes the truth hurts. You know, in working 3 jobs, you have John, which is an extra mouth to feed. If we take one of them jobs away, maybe we can try to get on the step of getting you some assistance. And I know sometimes you don't want to take the assistance. You don't want to be in housing. You don't want to get EBT. But sometimes we have to put ourselves in uncomfortable situations to get where we need to be. I don't want to see you in my office next year crying because John is still doing the same thing. April, let's be honest here. $100. I'm sitting in my office 2 times a month because of John. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you to leave him. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes you have to love yourself first. You have to put yourself in a situation that's going to get you out. And if you and John, Lord and behold, sometimes you got to tell them what they want to hear, a little bit of it. You don't want to seem like you're saying, get out, leave John. If y'all get back together, fine and dandy. But right now you have to do what works for you. And this is not working, April.
No, you're right. It's not working. But I want to leave one of my
because
jobs.
What you're going to do,
and I can't afford any child care.
You're paying $1,200 in rent right now. I talked to you when your mom came in on the session last week. She offered you to stay there.
Now, you know that's a lie.
She did. You don't want to take up the opportunity to live there because you don't want to say, I stay with mama because I was living in this subdivision and everybody's going to look at me crazy because I'm back home with my mama. No.
No, I don't care how people look at me.
So what's stopping you?
The problem is that stopping me, like I said, I have children aged 2, 3, 5, and 6. Child care by itself is $175 a piece for the 2-year-old. $75 for each other child. How am I going to afford that?
Excuse me, Stacy, can you please send April's mom in here? Thank you.
Be right there.
Okay. So I had to do this to you because I had to bring her in here. She's willing to keep the children.
She ain't even raised me, so how's she gonna keep my kids?
We gotta let that past go. That is a whole nother segment. That's a whole nother segment. Right now, she's willing to keep the kids. That's going to save you, and I wrote it down. That's going to save you $1,000 a month, okay? So what we're going to do, and I got a moving company. We're gonna get you moved. We're going to let John keep it. Just let him know y'all need space. Y'all need space. And I guaranteed you'll feel so much better.
I am not.
Well, our time is up. My 30 minutes is up. So, April, I appreciate you. I'll see you back next week, with that $500 check in hand, because, John's paying my bills. But I thank you so much, for the time. And we all go through things, okay? We all go through things. I'll talk to you next week. Enjoy.
Now, okay, opposite.
Okay, opposite. Now I'm crying. Look, we done been on here hours and change.
Oh, Lord.
Now I'm crying in her office.
Okay.
Sometimes I just feel like I want to strangle my kids. I can't take it.
But what are they doing for you to feel that way? I mean, what gets you to that point?
Billy is failing in school. Joseph and Gilbert are always fighting. I just can't take it. Bob's drinking.
How old is
Bob is drinking all the time. He don't do anything, and I'm just sick of it.
Okay.
He's driving me to drinking.
How long has he had this problem?
Since I met him.
And how
I was an alcoholic too. But I stopped. I go to my AA meetings, and I need Bob to stop.
Okay. How long have you and Bob been together?
We've been together 2 years. None of the kids are his.
And he's causing you to go back to drinking?
I feel like when I see Bob over there in the corner slouch, I want to be slouched. I don't want to worry about the kids.
Have you all ever had the conversation with getting him help or going to AA meeting? Have you ever offered to go to an AA meeting with him?
Why would I want Bob to go to an AA meeting? I lived through that man. He drinks, and I feel like I be drinking.
Okay. So, because he has a drinking issue and you no longer drinking, you feel that
somebody has to get the pleasure.
So you don't see how this is affecting your children?
No.
Have you ever had the conversation with children to see why they're always fighting?
All I can see is a vodka bottle. And I need it right now. I need the vodka.
Well, ma'am, it seems as though you have some deeper issues besides with your children. There's some issues that you need to solve within yourself first. What kind of upbringing did you have?
Daddy was a drunk. Mama worked. Bob's a drunk. I work.
Did your mom was an alcoholic? Was your mom an alcoholic?
Nope. Mama was an alcoholic at all.
But your dad was an alcoholic and you was raised up around him.
He was.
And then how old were you when you started drinking?
Oh my God. I mean, I probably was 11. I probably was 11 when I had my first swig. Daddy used to make it in the basement. I used to go down there and I used to take a swig. I used to get so drunk, and Mama would say, go in there and wash up, Mary. Go in there and wash. And I'll go wash, and I'll be drunk too.
How old are your children?
Oh, God. 11, 12, and 13. I had them like step ladders, and Bob came in and saved my life.
For 2 years, huh?
For 2 years. 2 years. I love that man.
Interesting. What kind of work do Bob do?
Well, see, Bob was taking care of the farm, but then the animals kept getting sick. I don't know what happened, so I don't know. So right now I'm just taking care of everything.
Okay.
But he'll get it back together. He'll get it back together.
In a situation like this, I would call DSS to have those children removed from out the house. Because clearly she's not stable.
Some people love their man to that level.
Yes, but it's not healthy
She's a recovering alcoholic. Give me the credit for that.
And if you paid attention, all she was worried about was living through him drinking that alcohol. She ain't care nothing else about the kids.
Nope.
When you mentioned about him going to A meet,
nope. Because one day I was going to sneak that bottle. But anyway, y'all, that was just a little fun, a little skit, just having a little fun, but true. People, things does happen. We have to find somebody to talk to. Black people. It's okay.
And then you don't have to worry about your stuff in the street.
Yeah, they don't know.
If you do hear it in the street, then guess
lawsuit.
What? There you go.
Lawsuit. But no, seriously, it's okay to have a therapist. Depression is real. Alcoholism is real. Drug abuse is real. Yeah, we have fun on here, but at the end of the day, do what you have to do to make sure things are right, okay? That's just all it is. I'm sorry I kept y'all so long tonight. I do apologize. But anywho, I want you guys to stay safe. And I know I say this often, but be mindful of your surroundings and if you're positive for COVID, make sure you don't go out, quarantine, make sure you don't be coughing.
Think about
other people. That's all I'm saying. Think about other people.
Be considerate.
Be considerate of others. Also, these little skits was totally just impromptu. They were made up. Not just mimicking anybody, so don't ever feel like, oh my God, Freeman and April were mimicking. No. The name Bob, I don't know about, we were just playing, having a good old time, seeing how each other would do in a therapy session, because we swear we're therapists. I'm playing. But, so, y'all, we just had a little fun tonight. Don't take it too personal. Live, laugh, love. You get what I'm saying? So, until next time, people, be kind. Kindness does not cost you a dime. Oh, that kind of rhyme. Oh, that do. But anyway, be kind, people. It doesn't cost you anything. It's okay to have fun. And remember, if that person that's bringing you so much, and they don't add value to you, it's always something negative, it's okay to let it go. Okay? It's
Look
okay
at it
to let
as
it
a
go.
business deal.
It's a business deal. Linda said, I had bad depression since my daughter died. Ooh, Lord, Linda. I had bad depression since my daughter died 2 years ago, and I can't be happy anymore and don't know what to do. Linda, okay. I know it's easier said than done that you can't be happy anymore, but you can. It's just different ways you have to find happiness. Happiness does not always have to be with talking to others or going places, or sometimes you bring happiness just sitting down.
She
has
to find that. She has to find that within herself.
You have to find it.
I've been placed in a situation where someone I knew daughter was killed by her husband. And it haunted her for years. She was left with the kids, her daughter's kids. And there's plenty of times she would come to me and she would just break down and cry and everything. And even though I understand, I really can't understand her pain, but I can't even imagine. However, I told her she have to be strong for the kids.
You do. Do you have other kids, Linda? Do you have someone that's relying on you? Anyone?
You know what she started doing?
What?
She starts birthday. It was like she was here. She celebrated the birthday. She allowed the kids to do different
give you
things.
Something to look forward to, maybe.
Gave her something, as well as the kids, because it was a healing process for her children. They lost their mother.
Linda, what your daughter? How old was your daughter, if you don't mind me asking? How old was she? Sometimes we can live through memories. Sometimes we can do things that
help heal.
Something that your daughter would enjoy doing on a birthday time. Sometimes you have to find something to keep you going, to look forward to, whether it's always sad. Like we have to find something. She was 36. It's something that your daughter was doing, did, that you can keep going. You get what I'm saying? To look forward to. I don't care if her birthday was in December and it takes you from January to November to get it together. It don't have to be nothing major, but it gives you something to work forward, work on, work towards.
Even for like Toys for Tots, of her, adopt a family, help them out in memory of her name. Then that way,
and you feel so good. And it gives you something to do. You get what I'm saying? What do you do for fun, Linda? And I know it's not, okay, that's one day of fun, but then you go back to thinking about her. It's something that would keep you enjoyed, that she enjoyed, that you can kind of keep going. We can help you get there. Whoa, Linda.
What happened?
This happened yesterday? Wait a minute, what you mean? Her birthday was yesterday. Wait a minute, what you saying it was yesterday? Her birthday? Are you saying her birthday was yesterday, Linda? I'm just waiting for you. No. You cannot sleep all the time. Do you have someone you can talk to? Do you have someone? Oh, her birthday was yesterday. So, normally on her, like, let's start something, Linda. Let's start something. Okay, so yesterday was the 20th, right? August the 20th? So yesterday was August the 20th. What's your daughter's name? What did she like to do? Like, let's start something that will keep you busy. And don't feel bad. You're not trying to forget her. No. But what you're working on is to help you be happy during those days. Then when her birthday comes, if you want to cry, if you want to get emotional, and of course you're going to get emotional throughout the year, but let's work on something to help you feel joyous that you're doing this for your daughter. Like, what can we do as together, as Let's Sip and Talk? What can we do to help you get through this? What if Linda could say, I wish I could such and such to help me get through this, what would it be? Alan said, or they had the same situation. Groups, and things that you can join and y'all can talk about it and what they do. I'm gonna find you some of those. You know, and I'm pretty sure it's virtual, online and stuff like that, things you can do. But Linda, what your daughter like? Even if you don't want to answer EMA Kennedy, you know, huh? Or you can inbox Sip and Talk. Yeah, you can inbox the page. You don't have to answer tonight, but I want you to just think about it. What did your daughter like to do?
And I'm quite sure
it's okay. It's okay, Linda. She says she don't know at this point, and it's fine. It's no pressure. However, Linda, we're going to get you there. We're in this thing together. And that's the whole purpose for Sip and Talk. You see what I'm saying? It can be minor, it can be major. This is major, and we're going to help you get there. So what I'm going to do, and be honest with me, Linda, because I'm honest with y'all. So when I inbox you and you say, Freema, I don't feel like talking. Or Freema, I don't, it's totally fine. I won't take it. I won't take it. But we need to figure something out for you. We can't have you just sleeping. And guess what, Linda? And guess what I noticed? Just that you were on Sip and Talk tonight. You was just laying there on your couch. Hopefully you got a good laugh here and there. And you shared your story. You see what I'm saying? You were able to speak about it. So that is a start. That is a start. Okay? So I am going to inbox you, or you inbox me once you think about something that we can do. And again, let's start off small. You know, let's figure this thing out. We'll figure it out.
It could be a balloon release.
Yeah, balloon release virtually. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't always have to. No. Everybody we can go live.
Certain time.
Everybody take their picture, show. We can do a Zoom. It don't have to be live. It can just be a set group of people who want to come.
Of your loved one that you lost to the balloon, and do a balloon launch from wherever you are.
Linda, whatever she likes, we can make it fun.
Message on the back of the picture.
If she like drawn, if she like, who got the best balloon to release for? You know what, your daughter? We can make it like, you know, we can make this a good experience. Something we have to work on to give us something to do. You know what I mean? So let's make that our homework tonight, Linda. Friday night, before Friday night, we need to touch bases with each other and see what we come up with for her. Melvin says sometimes talking about it helps heal a little, but it will be a lifetime pain. But I think of good times y'all had. Losing my mother 28 years ago was the worst. My heart will never be 100% healed, but life has to keep going. Let her live through you. And that's what we're doing. Well said, Melvin. Well said. We're gonna get through this. And again, Kimberly said, has she ever tried talking to a grief counselor? Have you, Linda? That might be something you want to try. You know,
that's some of the help that we're gonna find for her and inbox her information and reach
so you know, even though you don't feel like getting up, guess what? You can talk to that grief counselor like we're doing now. Y'all can be face to face. You know, until you're ready for that extra step. They'll help you.
Yeah, we're gonna find some groups.
They'll definitely help
grief counselors, some information, just to get you a head start.
Yeah, we gotta start from somewhere. And tonight, guess what you did, girl? You started. So kudos to you, honey. Kudos to you. And you know what? I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna end it. I feel like these talks be so successful. Whether people doubt you or not, but it's always someone that's watching that end up getting something out of this. And I love all of you guys for that. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? I appreciate this is my goal, y'all, and we are succeeding. And I say we because it takes a team to do stuff like this. It takes who you know, when you know. It takes a village, and we're here to help each other. I had a nervous breakdown and was put in the hospital, but it didn't help. Linda, I promise you, tonight was for a reason, honey. It was for a reason. I got you. And I'm not playing. We're going to figure this thing out. So, y'all, if y'all know any grief counselors, if y'all want to help, if y'all want to pull this thing together, we're going to figure something out for Linda.
Inbox the Sip and Talk page.
Let's Sip and Talk page with the information. Let's help. Let's help a soul. Let's help somebody. Let's help each other. It starts here. You know, we can have fun all day long, but we got to do this. We see somebody that's asking, they're reaching out to us. Let's do it, people. Let's do it.
That's part of being there for each other. We don't have to necessarily know each other.
Absolutely.
But at least we know we can count on each other in the time of need.
Absolutely. Linda, it was meant for you to be on tonight. I appreciate you tuning in. And we're in this together. Okay? We're in this together. We're going to figure this thing out. I promise you that. All right, so y'all, I hate to end it, but now we all have some homework to do. We're going to find something that's going to get Linda where she needs to be. And like Melvin said, it's going to be a lifetime of pain, baby. But we want you to at least have some good days after that, okay? That's all we ask. And we want you to be able to have some good days. You're more than welcome, Linda. And I mean this. Every word I'm saying, I promise you that. Melvin said, I love your shows. I always learn something new. And I appreciate, Melvin. I learned from you guys, too. So thank you so much for sharing the feedback. I really appreciate it. I held y'all really late tonight, and I'm sorry about that. But until Wednesday, interview time, I will see you guys Sunday. Sorry. I'll see you guys Sunday with Jonathan Williams on. He has a welding company. Let me tell you about this young fellow. When I say, song goes, made it from the bottom, now I'm here. I don't think that's the right song. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. He's going to share with us his story. You get what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune in for that. And if y'all know somebody that just want to share their story, their testimony, something that can help the next person, make sure y'all send them my way. It's all love. And until next time, people, peace and love. Linda, I will be in touch with you. If you don't be in touch with me first with some ideas, I'll be in touch with you. Y'all have a good night. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.